The more we look into history, the clearer it becomes. Ancient innovation wasn't behind the times. It was ahead of ours. So how did we forget all of this? We convinced ourselves that progress only moves forward, that newer is always better, that ancient civilizations were unsophisticated, outdated, irrelevant. What if the answers to our biggest modern problems, like climate change and resource scarcity, aren't in futuristic tech, but buried in ancient history? We're talking Roman aqueducts that put our smart cities to shame, or agricultural techniques that could revolutionize how we feed the planet. Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about progress. Imagine a world grappling with massive water shortages, only to discover the perfect solution was designed 2,000 years ago. Or a planet facing food insecurity, while forgotten farming methods hold the key. We're diving into the astonishing, overlooked wisdom of the ancients, revealing how their ingenuity could be the radical fix our modern world desperately needs. Imagine a world grappling with massive water shortages, only to discover that the perfect solution was designed 2,000 years ago. The Roman aqueduct system was one of the most efficient water management networks ever built. Gravity-powered, low-maintenance, and capable of transporting millions of gallons of water across mountains and valleys without a single pump. No electricity, no software, no microchips. Just physics, engineering, and stone. Some of these aqueducts still work today. Meanwhile, our modern infrastructure leaks an estimated 30% of all treated water before it even reaches a faucet. The Romans? Their loss rate was under 10%, with no modern technology at all. So, what did they know that we don't? They built systems meant to last centuries, not decades. They designed with the landscape, not against it. They simplified instead of complicating. Maybe the real innovation isn't adding more tech to everything. Maybe it's building things the way ancient engineers did, durable, passive, elegant. The forgotten farms that could feed the planet. Food insecurity is one of the biggest threats facing humanity. But what if the solution doesn't come from genetically modified seeds or high-tech vertical farms, but from terraces carved into mountains 3,000 years ago? Ancient Incan and Southeast Asian farmers mastered terracing, landscapes engineered to capture water, prevent erosion, and create microclimates perfect for growing crops in extreme conditions. Science is just now catching up. Terraced fields, solution we need today. Reduce water loss by up to 50%. Protect soil from erosion and landslides. Increase crop yields in difficult terrain. And they do all of it without chemicals, machinery, or fossil fuels. But the ancients didn't stop there. Native American Three Sisters agriculture, a system pairing corn, beans, and squash, creates its own natural fertilizer, pest control, and soil regeneration. It's so effective that modern agricultural scientists consider it one of the most ecologically perfect farming techniques ever invented. So why did we abandon it? Because industrial farming promised efficiency. But that efficiency came at a cost: depleted soil, poisoned water, and shrinking biodiversity. It turns out the primitive methods weren't primitive at all. They were advanced, just in ways we forgot to appreciate. The climate tech of the ancient world. Before air conditioning existed, ancient architects in Persia created wind towers, massive structures that could cool indoor spaces by 20 degrees using nothing but airflow. They used natural ventilation, evaporative cooling, thermal mass, no electricity, no refrigerants, no carbon emissions. Modern engineers now study these buildings as models for sustainable architecture in a rapidly warming world. And then there's the desert dwellers who built ice houses, structures able to make and store ice in the middle of 100-degree heat. Not with magic, not with machines, but with geometry and precise engineering that used natural temperature differences. But that assumption is being challenged. Archaeologists and environmental scientists now argue that the ancients didn't just build sustainably, they built with a philosophy of balance. They studied the rhythms of nature. They respected limits. They engineered systems designed to work with the environment, not dominate it. Today, as we face rising temperatures, shrinking resources, and fragile supply chains, we're rediscovering something humbling. The future of sustainability might be rooted in the past. This doesn't mean abandoning modern technology. It means pairing it with ancient design. Smart cities built on Roman hydraulic principles. Sustainable farms using Incan terracing and indigenous companion planting. Buildings cooled with Persian wind tower architecture instead of energy-hungry AC units. Water systems modeled after ancient, self-repairing channels. This isn't about going backward. It's about taking the best ideas humanity has ever created from all of history and building a better future with them. Because the ancients weren't primitive. They were problem solvers, visionaries, innovators. And maybe, just maybe, they left behind the solutions we need most right now. So the next time you hear someone say, "We need new technology to fix the world," remember, some of the greatest innovations ever created are already thousands of years old. The real question isn't whether ancient wisdom can save us. It's whether we're willing to learn from it.